So it's my last day in Valencia. Tomorrow I'm moving on to Oviedo, which is northern Spain, and if there's one thing I've learned in this time, wow, Seattle, my home city, is wealthy for hardwood basketball. We're spoiled for hardwood courts. As far as I can tell, the only hardwood courts in Spain are the ones that professional teams practice on. So there's maybe 10 hardwood courts in Spain. I could be wrong. If you know of more, please direct me. Which is about how many are in West Seattle. West Seattle might have more than all of Spain. Seattle might have more than all of Europe. Wouldn't surprise me. Seattle, really a hot spot for NBA guards in the world. You know, Brandon Roy, Aaron Brooks, Jason Terry, Isaiah Thomas, Nate Robb, Tony Roden, probably forgetting some guys, but all the little guys in the NBA are from Seattle almost. So and one of the reasons is we just have so many hardwood courts, and I don't have access to that all up here in Oviedo. Been invited with my buddy Harrison to practice on his team, which is the second team. They're behind the pro team, so it's like actually, you know, a pretty good team, right? They don't even have hardwood. They only have hardwood when the pros are out of town, which may not happen while I'm there. Obviously, I'd like to practice with the pros. I don't really want to do it without invitation. I don't want to spam invites or whatever, or spam, you know, Facebook. Try to get in there. That's not what I want to do. But I mean, I do want to get good competition. If any of you guys in Europe have hardwood gyms that y'all practice in, especially Spain and Germany, hit me up, because Germany's probably coming next. Gonna stay with my buddy Jamie in Frankfurt, and then maybe, I can't remember the city, potentially meet up with the guys at Versus Federation, is that what they're called? That kind of street ball type federation. And then from there I really don't know. As for the Hooops in Valencia, I got another run yesterday, 2 days ago. Played with an amazing player. I was amazed that a player this good was out there. We played one-on-one to start off, because we were the only two guys out there. He beat me like 13-11 or something, but the dude was little, like 5'10" maybe, and I just could not guard him, struggled. He was super wet from three, from deep, from outside. Really, really nice looking jump shot. It was immediately obvious to me how wet he was. You know, outside double rims wind, not missing, pretty nice mid-range, and then really good at protecting, shielding the ball with his body when he would go to the hoop, transitioning from a drive into a post, and then, you know, like protecting the ball with his body and doing an outside layup. So that was tough, and the way he defended me was interesting, as he just would basically play, not touch me at all, just give me plenty of, like, not give me that much space, but just not at play zero contact, intensity shorter. The easiest way for me to get to the basket in one-on-one was to post, not to try to dribble into him where he would, you know, make a reach at the ball or whatever. And since he's literal, he was advantaged there. So he wouldn't even armbar me when I was backing down. So it was pretty easy for me to score two, going back and forth, and he ended up winning. It was really interesting because it affected the way I played defense, because if possible, I like to use, when I'm facing someone, a little bit, you know, get up to them and use a little bit outside armbar. And since he was doing none of that, I was like, is that a foul here? Am I not supposed to do that? So I didn't, and it just made it really hard to guard him. But obviously, when people showed up, we couldn't play together. So I had to go against him, and I had a kind of a shitty experience. It was fun, but I mean, the thing where I have the ball and everyone else who is 4-on-4, everyone else stands and stares at me, and some of them raise their hand calling for the ball. Just total bullshit. Like, I'm dribbling in place not because I'm looking to pass to someone else who's not open. I want you to down screen, and I'll hit the screener or I'll hit the pop-out man, whatever, you know, or you know, I'm not really speaking the language. I could call for picks and do that, and that was fun. But it's like, you know, the stereotype is that the Americans are like the chuckers and the shooters or whatever, but for me it's like the opposite. I'm here and I'm like hoping for team basketball, which I'm not getting, but I mean, that's basically it. Like, that's been my experience. Like, happy to even see some good players. but got absolutely nowhere. Asked the dude who's really good even, right? It was like, where, like a hardwood, is there indoor? And he didn't, he's like, no, it's like there isn't. But he's like, there's good players that play here in the summer. So my ticket out of here is in July, so maybe I'll come back and maybe there'll be runs here. But if not, I'm just looking for indoor runs in Europe. So if you've got indoor runs in Europe, hit me up. I might actually come out and hopefully we get some good runs or get some training in or whatever. So I'm going to Oviedo next, going to Germany. If you're in Europe, hit me up. Peace out.